You're listening to Support Creative Souls podcast, highlighting and supporting inspiring creatives, plus a few shoe stories to help kick up your innovative journey. Hosted by me, Stefani V.
What's up, guys? We are here, Support Creative Souls, in the We Co-work space in Houston. Another show, so exciting. And let's just jump right into it. I have an amazing guest today. Her name is Alicia Elatassi, and she is going to explain to us all the amazing things that she does. So go for it.
Thank you,
Alicia.
Stefani. I know it's so exciting to be here with you because.
But first, do your teeth.
Okay.
Girls helping girls. I can't let around here.
No, imagine I go through the whole thing and it's so am I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I've been watching you and following you forever. I'm so grateful to be here now with you. I mean, you know, when I need a model for my store, I always think about Stefani because you're just such a firecracker, and I love that about you.
Thank you. And so tell us a little bit about what you do here in Houston, and as an entrepreneur, as a woman, as a Latina, and what excites you.
Yeah, my boutique is in West Houston, which is where I live. My decision to become an entrepreneur was because I had become a little burnout as a public school teacher for about 17 years.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was ready for
I didn't even know that about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I taught the last 7 years. I taught at the college level.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at U of H downtown. So for me, it was like, you know, I needed something else. My husband has been in business for over 20 years. So for me, it was like a way for me to also do something like he. You know, I always felt like I was a little jealous of his independence, but also the fact that he was a boss.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of bossy, so it makes sense, you know?
I don't see that anymore.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to just kind of step back and let people do things, but that's where it came about. And so actually it started as a learning center for me, the idea for me to have classes there. So I teach 2 to 3 classes a week sometimes, and then
And what type of classes?
So a lot of business-oriented classes. I published a book 4 years ago, so I also teach people how to get going on writing their own book.
Oh.
You know, how to
I need to take that class.
Yeah, how to set up the framework and setting yourself on timelines and that sort of thing. And, you know, tricks of the trade on how I went to publish. I actually went through a publisher. I didn't self-publish. I actually went through a publisher. So I give people tips on that sort of thing. I also
What was the name of the book?
The book is called Querido Papá. It's Dear Dad, and it's a book geared towards Latino fathers and how they can be more supportive of their girls' education.
Oh.
So, you know, it's a lot of tips for them, and it's Spanish and English because it's supposed to be something that the dad has a conversation with his daughter about.
I love that.
Yeah, and I used to give talks, you know, before my boutique, I used to do talks and dads would cry, you know, saying, gosh, I never had anything like this before, and I'm grateful that I can have this now. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's a pretty amazing idea.
That's when you know you feel a little bit of success when someone, if someone comes up to me and says, I really love your song, or my child plays this song in the morning, they're like, okay, I'll keep going. Like, people really enjoy this, you know? So the name of the boutique is Thinking Boutique, because we didn't say that, but I've been there many times, of course, been her model, and it's so eclectic, and there's the clothes. I'm actually wearing one of her outfits today. I'll stand up. Actually, you can't see it in there, but it's super cute. And it's in, what's it, part of Houston? I don't know.
It's West Houston Energy Corridor area.
Energy Corridor, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So where did you get this entrepreneurial spirit from? Like,
really, actually,
have you always
I
had
didn't
it?
grow up with it, actually. My parents didn't have that. I really started to learn more about it through my husband, actually. Because I've always admired him and the way he handles his business and the way he does things. And he was always very intentional. He would, you know, even when he was making money, he was still looking for accounts. You know, he was still doing things to be pushing himself. So I said, you know, I think this is something I can do too. You know, we kind of both have the same personalities and we talk a lot about those sorts of things. So for me, that's sort of where my idea started coming from, and I learned a lot from him. But I also took a lot of classes before. I went to business classes at the SBCA. I went to Houston Community College business classes. I do continuing studies at Rice, just so that I could give myself, you know.
And I think that's key.
Some skill sets
for a lot of entrepreneurs, because I know for myself, I'm always like, well, I know it all. I'm an entrepreneur and I know how to do this. But what I'm sitting and realizing is like, you know, I could take a class for production because I'm learning to set up this podcast, and I'm like, oh gosh, you know, I don't know the tech part, I don't know the lighting part. So, to keep continuing in your education so that you can become better and better. And I say that in one of my Follow My Feet tips is perfecting your craft, and whatever that craft may be, your business or fashion or, writing a book, really know the points so that you can be, as a student or as an entrepreneur, the very best at what you're doing.
We're always learning, and I think the moment you decide that you don't need to learn anymore is the minute you stop growing.
Right.
So for me, having the store was like having classes so that women could come and get professional growth and personal growth.
Yeah.
Because we do classes on all sorts of things. We have a manifestation class tomorrow. We have a nutrition class coming up. So for me, it was really about, also bringing in small business owners who wanted to showcase like jewelry, clothing designs, that sort of thing. So
I feel like people are looking for these type of locations because a lot of us, like I know for the salsa, it's hard for me sometimes to get into a grocery store or, people already think that you have to go here in order to sell your product when really there's outlets for your product, if you're a small business, to really grow.
Right. And I think that's one of the keys for us to be able to stay afloat in an economy that's a little bit like, it fluctuates.
Right.
We're not really sure where it's going. It's for us to have an open mind that nowadays you don't have to go straight to a grocery store. I could order your salsa, online, or I could ask you. I think creating a personal relationship with your customers is also so important. Like you can't call Macy's and say, hey, I really like that almond dress. Can you have it on hold for me?
Right.
Like it's really kind of difficult because it's like a corporate.
And
with me, you can just call
you. Yeah, and a lot of people, my aunt was, my Thea was asking me the other day, like she wanted to start her own fashion brand and, she wants to make it big and I was like, big retail like that is not where people are going anymore. People want convenience. People want to see it. People want to see it on different people, on other people that have the same body types. And they want to come in or they want to order it and send it back really quick. It's all about convenience.
It is all about
going to the mall and shopping for 2 hours is, to me, it's extremely stressful.
Yeah, I dread that.
I went to Memorial Mall the other day just to go to Macy's because we got a gift certificate for the wedding, and I got back in the car and I called my husband. I was like, I'm never going to Macy's again.
Yeah.
Like, if it isn't online or on Amazon, forget about it. And that's so like, just
well, you're a busy woman, so that's who I cater to for my boutique. I cater to the busy woman, a lot of moms on the go that have side hustles, that are looking for something fast, convenient, and super cute and fashionable, and that they can wear multiple times. Like I will suggest different ways for them to style. There's a lot of great things that I think a lot of people are missing out when they don't shop small. It's you really are getting not only the clothes, but you're getting the customer service, the relationship with that person. I mean, how did you and I create a relationship together? It was just something,
through branding and hey, I'm gonna come over. I'm doing a photo shoot. Can I use some of your stuff?
Exactly. It's like you saw me on Instagram, you saw what I was doing. You're like, I like what she's got. Let me go give her a shot. And I appreciate that because Stephanie, to me, what that says is that you actually walk the talk. You actually say, hey, I'm supporting local, I'm supporting women owners. I'm gonna go look for someone that I can support.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think
so you talked a lot about like your supportive tribe. I have it written.
My tribe, yeah.
Your tribe. And, just recently getting married, and that's like one of the things that I love about my husband is that I can be doing 500 million things. Like I told him this morning, he's going to play golf, and I'm like, I'm going to do the podcast. And he's like, okay, what time will you be done? And it's not like, oh, really? You're doing that?
Yeah.
So, and that you feed off, like it's a challenge, you feed off of, what your husband, do you want to be just as successful?
I do.
And,
he's my role model in terms of my business.
That's awesome. Because a lot of women can't really say that about their husband. It's almost like a competition in a way.
You know what? And this guy, the minute he met me, he said to me from the beginning, whatever you need in order for you to reach whatever you want to reach, count on me.
Woo!
And he has never,
Keeper.
in 20 years, he has never let me down in that component. Because he's like, what else do you need? When I was writing my book, he's like, what else do you need so you can finish your book? Because I need a new laptop and I want that. And he was like, let's get you that.
And I need some new shoes and and I need a new wardrobe.
You know what? But he's also the kind of person that does that. So my tribe is just as important for the growth. Yeah. I don't think any of us get anywhere by ourselves. Right? There's always a community of people that are pushing you. Even through the tough moments, you're always counting on someone to lift you up and to keep you motivated. Because even when you are successful and you're reaching certain success, there's going to be moments that are like you're downers. And you're like, oh my gosh, nobody has walked into my store in days. No. I'm suffocating, I'm so upset, you know? But you have to count on someone, your tribe, that's going to lift you and say, hey, push through. It's going to be better. It's going to be fun.
Tomorrow's another day.
Exactly.
And also, what I've learned to tell myself, nobody else cares but you. Like, you're the only person stressing out today. So let's move on to the next day.
Thank you.
You know, it's another foot. It doesn't mean you failed. It just means today was not a great day. Okay, I can live with that now. You know what I mean? I can breathe with that and realize as an entrepreneur, that's the only way to handle it. Because unless you're like, you know, you're on your last dollar and stuff, I realize that things could be a bit more stressful. But, you know, take a step back. So as far as examples while you were growing up, you know, in your early career as a teacher, as getting an education, you know, and now you've grown into being such a strong confident businesswoman, you know, who helped you along the way? Was this just something that you decided yourself that you were gonna, you know, I want to be a teacher, I want to go to school, or was it your parents?
You know what? No, it was really like my parents. We grew up in the north side, literally around the corner from here, on the other side of the downtown area, and going to school there and doing my life there. For me, it was like I loved it. It was like the best experience in the world. It was amazing. But my parents were very open-minded. They were very progressive, even for, you know, immigrant families from Mexico. They always had the idea that their girls were always going to achieve. Their kids were always going to achieve something. It was going to happen no matter what, no matter how.
Right.
So they always instilled that in us. Like, okay, you go out, you get beaten down, you go back and you figure it out. Or like, I couldn't get a scholarship, and my dad would say, well, go figure another one out.
Right.
Or my mom would say, you know, she would get her clothes ready for things. Like, she knew things were important to us, and she would make our clothes. She would do things that were, so there was never an excuse. Like, you can't do something, oh well. Yeah. No, it was always like, okay, what do you need? What do we need to gather? What do we need to figure out so that you can keep pushing.
I think I love that, to hear that, because my mom was the exact same way. There was never we can't do it. It's like, how are we going to figure out how to do it? Or, you know, oh, that didn't work out, like you said, okay, figure out another way. And that's basically how I've lived my whole entire life. Like, there's never been anybody to sit here and say that can't work. Because I will sit there and create a way and to make it work.
Resourcefulness.
And it's just, and that's what it teaches you.
We get that from our families, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like you have a very tight-knit family as well. I think I met a few of your family members.
I do, yeah.
And that's such a beautiful thing. And I think if we can build on those things and those relationships.
Yeah. And that's kind of part of like my mentorship program and Follow My Feet, is to tell a lot of, you know, Hispanic kids, Latinos, that those parents aren't giving them those options, where you can't go to college, you know, go get a job. And to me, it's really important to teach them that. Like, no, figure it out. Like, if this is what you want to do, figure it out. So
I love that. I love that concept.
Let's move on to clothes. And I know we went from like here to here, you know, but
family fashion.
Yeah, family fashion and support. Your clothes are so cute. How do you pick out your clothes, you know, as far as buying, you know, and help women like building their do you think of women and like, a woman's gonna look good in this, and it's building confidence?
So I listen to a lot of what my customers say. They want easy, practical. So I always do jumpsuits. They're always easy and fast. You wore one of my favorite jumpsuits, and those pictures have gotten so much amazing feedback. Because, oh my gosh, you look so powerful and amazing in that jumpsuit. And the way we styled you and the photography, it really made a difference. But people always ask me, where do you find your models for your Instagram? Those are my customers. All of what I'm doing for them is giving them something that they can wear that flatters them and makes them feel good. Once they feel good, the inside starts to feel good, it comes out, right? Even like if you're not putting a lot of makeup or hair or photography, when you feel so good and you're walking around with your killer little outfit, your shoes, you're like feeling like you can conquer the world, right? So for me, the fashion is really about, how do I empower you? How do I make you feel confident? And also something that's going to be easy and fast and ready to go. You're not going to, it's not complicated fashion.
Yeah, and that's something that you've kind of gotten into, because at first you said it's like it was the boutique, and then you said, okay, we're going to do classes, and then we're going to do this, and then now it's like completely changed, and which is. But I think like the base is still there. It's like building women, building confident women and making them feel good about themselves. Mm-hmm. And I think like now you're styling women, and yes. I think that Miss Independent, she's doing a photo shoot with a photo shoot with you guys, and mm-hmm. and I just see you working, and I'm just like, this is awesome. The one thing that I loved was the feminine, the all ladies, where you did futurist female photo shoot. That was super cool. Just the idea.
Yeah, and for me, the models, again, even Erin, are customers.
Yeah.
They're not people that I seek out and say, oh, I need to have this certain vision. No, these are women that come to my store already, and I say, hey, it brings diversity. Mm-hmm. I had a South Asian lady, I had an older white lady, I had everything, because for me it's important that the people who see me know that I'm reaching out to everyone, and I have all sizes.
Yeah.
Because honestly, a woman wants to feel good, no matter size, no matter color, no matter anything. She wants to feel amazing, and awesome. She deserves it. Why not?
That's awesome. If you haven't visited the boutique yet, you definitely need to go. But also, you can order online.
We have an online store.
And just check out some of her pictures too, because they are extremely empowering for those women who don't think they can wear this, or can't get into that, or that color is not great. There's so many different women of color and sizes on her site that you can really be like, oh, well, if she's wearing it, I'm jumping into that. Yeah. I mean, even me, like, oh, well, I might be able to pull off this little black jumper, because I'm not really. I have short, stubby legs, so I don't know. But it ended up looking great. Yeah, I loved it. So what has been your biggest challenge so far?
For me, it's just promoting myself.
Yeah.
I'm not a big self-promoter. It's hard on me to tell people what I do and how good I am at stuff. Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm bragging. Like, I feel like I'm like,
and that's a lot of
you are.
Yeah, a lot of women suffer from that. I shouldn't say suffer, but a lot of women feel that way. Even me, like, if I go into a room and it's a meeting about me, like, oh, but you do this, that, and the other. I don't really like to talk about it. I just want to do it, Right. And then you can see what I'm doing and feed off of that. So it is a challenge.
It is a challenge.
But then I'm around those women that do. Yeah. And are good at it and are confident about it. And I'm thinking, like,
how come I can't be like that?
And why is it so hard for me to speak up about, I also sing. I can sing, I can dance. What else do you want me to do? But I think
promoting yourself is difficult. For me, promoting my store and letting people know about it, I think that's the hardest. The marketing part of a business, to me, is the biggest challenge I think I ever had.
Yeah, I struggle with that with the salsa, and it's everything.
And it's delicious, by the way. Yeah. Remember, I bought some at Christmas time. It was gone like in 2 days.
Oh, really?
Just got it. And you got such a thing. Just got it. And I'm like, the salsa.
But you can also hire someone to promote you and really help you. And I've done that. I've gotten someone to work on my team. Find a team that's going to help you and bring you out there and really showcase what you got.
Yeah, I think that's the next step, and that's where I'm kind of heading.
Because I know we talked about that. Like, you're looking for maybe some PR or something like that, just to kind of get you some opportunities that aren't just falling into your plate, that you deserve.
Yeah, because I realized, I thought back, a few years ago, I can do that. No, you can't.
You can't.
There's a special skill set for people who do PR and marketing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I think I can learn it. No, you can't, girlfriend.
Yeah.
And stop trying to be everything.
You're trying to do everything.
And stop trying to do everything. You've got multiple things already. Find somebody who can do that and are good at it.
Yeah, I had my friend Africa. She was a guest on the show too, and she just finished writing a book and was going on our tour. She's like this and that and the other, and trying to learn. And I was like, well, she's like, yeah, I had to hire an assistant. And I was like, thank God. I was like, because you're gonna really run yourself into the dirt. I was like, you're doing it all. Like, no, get me wrong. Like, but you're really gonna run yourself. I'm glad. I'm happy that seeking help isn't a bad thing.
It isn't. It isn't. But on the other side, let me just say this: I found people who wanted to do the job that just couldn't handle it. It's just too much.
Sure.
No. So it's great for them to want to, but they can't deal with this?
That's an issue too, and it's a trial and error. It also is communication, you know, things like that kind of work out for you. But once you found like a person, you kind of work with them, and they're also building as well. And so, you know, it's a team building exercise for yourself to kind of let go a little bit of your baby. You know, it's your baby. You let go a little bit.
And I'm very possessive, Stephanie. I'm a Leo.
No way.
A Leo and Latina. I tell my husband, I have no idea how you managed to stay with me because I'm just too much.
So, okay, this is Follow My Feet. And we talk about a pair of shoes that is your go-to shoe. I'll show you guys my shoe today. Actually, I have a dress on so you can't see, but these are Poochie. I've had these
pretty.
From the first photo shoot that I did in New York City. I was gifted these Poochie shoes, and I've had them since then. That was probably like in 07, 08. And I've kept them, and I'm like, every time I want to give them away, I'm like, but they're Poochie, you know? I'm like,
girl, those are just going to be so valuable.
What is your like go-to shoe?
So, okay, so I don't really have a go-to shoe, but I do have a shoe story to give you because I do have my favorite shoes. I had just gotten married. I was 25, 26, and Sex and the City was just coming out.
Okay.
And I would just see how fascinated Carrie Bradshaw, Carrie, the character, was with her Manolos, and I would say, oh my God, when I get money and I'm older, I'm going to get myself a first pair of Manolos. So time went by, you know, 30, 35, 36. I came to 40 years old, and I'm like, you know what? Why have I not gotten my shoes? My husband took me to Vegas for my birthday. We walked past the Manolo shoe store, and I said to my husband, I said, hey, the shoe's my birthday gift, because I said to myself, one day I was going to give myself my own pair of Manolos, and I was going to walk around like Carrie Bradshaw, strutting herself in the street with her shoes. So these are my pair. These are my shoes.
She brought her Manolos.
I brought Manolos. And they're used.
I love them. Show them up.
I'm 44 and I use them all the time, so 4 years are a lot of using. And every time I go out, my husband's like, those shoes are expensive. You better go put them on.
Right. Like a Mexican thing or whatever, but like we save our shoes for like in case the president comes, you know, and I'm gonna break them out, and he's always
and
like,
I had that mentality, and he was like, girl, those are expensive, you better go use them.
Yeah, and he was always like, you can get another pair, this isn't your last. And I was like, you know, I don't want to mess them up, and I just want to wear them on special occasions. So I kind of try to get out of that mentality of like, wear what you got, you know, because you know, you can always get something else, or if not, then you know, just you got those little shoes.
I know, but you know, you grow up with such a mentality of like, you know, you go for the bargains.
Oh yeah,
like never pay full price, that sort of thing. But I was like, you know, it's a gift for me. You know, I feel like I deserve it now.
Good for you.
40.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell my husband that too. I'm on some Manolos. I looked for those for my wedding, and then I finally went with a different, I think a Jimmy Choo or something like that. But I was like, he's like, why does it? No one's gonna see your shoe, and I was just like, I don't care. I can't be going down with some Walmart shoes. I was like, I need like a nice shoe.
Exactly.
So anyway, so this is what we ask everybody. We'd love to have you as a mentor for our Follow My Feet program. So the final question is, what would you tell a young creative who is currently where you were 5 years ago? If you need me to repeat it, I can.
No, a young creative, I think one thing that I would definitely say is to not try to do too much too quickly, and to take your time, and if people offer help, take it.
Awesome. Yeah.
But also realize that it's going to be really hard work.
Yeah.
And have that mentality that if you're going to do it, you better get in it and be about it and be running. Like my friend Ariana says, be about it. And I love that. And I always remember what she says. If you're going to do it, do it.
Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you, Alicia, so much for joining us on Support Creative Souls. It was so awesome to have you. And guys, again, check her out at
Thinking Boutique.
At Thinking Boutique.
At thinking_boutique on Instagram, www.tbbyalicia.com. That's my website and my online store. Yeah, but you can find me everywhere. I'm on all social media, LinkedIn, Pinterest, all of them.
Go check out her boutique, go online, and I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Comida Caliente Salsa and Fragrances of Wine. Thanks again for joining us today. We'll see you soon. Besos.
Thank you.
That's all for Support Creative Souls podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for next time and make sure and follow us on social media at Support Creative Souls.